Edita B. Pilio, IRIS President, Dr. Frederick C. Pena, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, Dean of College of Business Administration, Dr. Chanda Artinga, Associate Dean of College of Business Administration, Professor Maribic S. Gimari, CBA Faculty President, students, faculty, and stakeholders. Good morning. We gather us here today to prepare for the better tomorrow. This is the day that we've been waiting for. All are excited to see and witness the preparation of the college under this new normal. Without any further ado, please allow me to call Professor Gimari to lead us in opening prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of God, our loving God. As we begin our work, we bring your presence with us. We speak your compassion, your grace, your mercy, and we ask you to share your gift of peace. We acknowledge your power over all that will be spoken, though decided, and done throughout this day. Anoint our project, ideas, and struggles, so that even our smallest accomplishment may bring you glory. Lord, when we are confused, guide us. When we are discouraged and losing hope, energize us. When we are burned out, infuses us with the light of the Holy Spirit. May the work that we do and the way we do it bring faith, joy, and a smile to all that we come in contact with today. Bless our family, our home, our nation. May truly care for the earth and the community of life as we try to promote our dream for justice and liberation through Christ our Lord. Amen. Good morning.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Gimari, to give us the expectation of this academic year 2020 to 2021 to discuss the plan and the preparations of College of Business Administration. Please allow me to call our very own energetic, the Dean of College of Business Administration, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. A virtual applause. Before we proceed to the opening remarks, please let us now proceed to the national anthem.
Lupang hinirang, buyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, kita pasigayang, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo bahang, ay nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang nilalaan, ang kisap ng watawat mo'y nagumpay na nagiging, ang bituin at harap niya kailan magpapay pagdidilig, lupa ng araw ng maraming pagsita, layalangin sa likod, aming ligaya na magpay mamagin, at kamatay ng tayo sa'yo.
Please allow me to call again the Dean of College of Business Administration, Dr. Willie Ogapasin.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Hernan Oliveros. Great day to my beloved CBA family, namely the faculty, CBA students, especially the freshmen, parents, and other stakeholders. It is truly an honor and privilege for me to be with you here today as the Dean of the College of Business Administration. COVID-19 presents a unique challenges for everyone, from our personal to professional aspects this pandemic period. As we reach the opening of classes on October 5, 2020, I would say that the College of Business Administration is ready and prepared to face the challenges of remote learning. Indeed, the CBA family are very impressive in putting creativity, dedication, and community spirit in the realization of the flexible learning strategies for the school year 2020-2021. Thank you for the guidance and expertise imparted by the area chairs to the beloved faculty. As I open the CBA simulation program, we CBA family take the challenge of meeting the college goals, such as promote highest standards of academic excellence by developing students' knowledge, attitudes, and skills essential for its lifelong learning, promote high professional standard of students to enhance their awareness and international skills, and promote the total concept of education for and about business. Relative to achieving the college goals, I have committed in instituting the college core team during my term, which is connect, cooperate, and collaborate. These three words have significant to us as a CBA family. The word connect reminds us the value of ourselves towards others. We are connected that we need to connect with one another, not only by mind inside the school, but also by heart wherever we are. The word cooperate reminds us to be one in the academic journey of the College of Business Administration. CBA stakeholders are encouraged to contribute with one another to uplift the standard of living of the institution and those people connected therein. The word collaborate reminds us to showcase our talents in an organized form where we could utilize it according to the will of the Lord to attain our vision and mission and goals. All of us are considered as collaborators, bind to participate actively and fruitfully in a different ways and form, but in one goal. For today, the CBA family have prepared presentation on flexible learning strategies that we will adopt this first semester 2020-2021. Both faculty and students will be oriented on the following: the netiquettes on online class, the flexible course plan, module presentation, asynchronous learning, and synchronous class and online assessment tools. Let's work hand in hand as we walk together in the prosperous journey to the academic year 2020-2021. I always pray to the Lord God that CBA will shine as ever because of the pure heart, mind, and spirit of serving the college. Again, great day and kudos to the College of Business Administration.
Thank you, Dr. Willie Ogapasi, to present the program objectives and faculty. Please allow me to call Dr. Cynthia A. Manalad, the program chair of BS in Entrepreneurship.
Good morning. Good morning, co-faculty and students who are watching with us and part of this academic exercise of our college. Wala yung slide. Okay, our objectives. The objectives of the program are the following. 1. The students are expected, the students of BS Entrepreneurship are expected to analyze, the environment to determine business opportunities and develop their profitability profiles from which entrepreneurial ventures can be selected. And prepare a business plan. And the third one is to operate and manage the enterprise, observing good governance and social responsibility. The program is backed up with a curriculum that will surely enable the students to have their own and become successful business entrepreneurs upon completing the program. The following faculties of BS Entrepreneurs. Number one is Professor Lourdes H. Gomez. She is the OJT coordinator of the program of BS Entrepreneurship. Next is Dr. Aguida B. Cabreros. She is also the research coordinator of the College of Business Administration. Dr. Melba S. Asuncion. She is also the director of the internal audit of the Institute. Dr. Professor Annalyn Buenaseda. She is a graduate of BS Microeconomics. Professor Evelyn Celestial, a graduate of accountancy. Professor Maria G. Madaggan, a graduate of BS Office Administration. And Professor Belinda O. de la Mente, she is the current director of the property of the Institute Office. And Professor Edwin Pamentuan, an expert in design, for him being an architecture graduate of the Institute.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Manala.
So,
To proceed to the second program of the College of Business Administration, a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Development Management. Our very own program chair, Dr. Charlene Escario. No, Ms. Cario. Next slide, please.
Cha, wala kang audio.
Ayan, okay. Good morning. Okay. For the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Development, these are the gurus, or these are the roosters of the Human Resource Development Management. These are the faculty. Start with Professor Marivic Gimari, our gorgeous HRDM on-the-job training coordinator, a graduate of Masters of Arts in Business Education, a licensed professional teacher, and one of her specialization are human resource management, practicum, training and development. Next, we have also Professor Ronald Doroteo, our awesome campus ministry director, who is currently enrolled in his postgraduate degree, Doctor of Business Administration, who finished his Master's of Business Administration, and he loves to share his expertise on financial management, administrative and work values, guidance and counseling, and total quality management. Next, we also have Professor Hernan Oliveros, an awesome CBA Gender and Development Coordinator, Human Resource Management Society Advisor, and also finishing his postgraduate program on Doctor of Business Administration. He earned his Master of Business Administration that he would also love to share his expertise on taxation, accounting, financial management, management accounting, and also we have Dr. Leonora Divina, who is an alluring HRDM faculty who's currently finishing her postgraduate and Doctor of Business Administration and soon to be a doctor in this school year. A graduate also of Master of Business Administration, and her line of expertise loves to share in labor law relation, business law, corporate, and social responsibility. Next, we also have Dr. Ana Victoria Mailas, who is a graduate of Doctor of Philosophy, major in Human Resource Development Management, an MIED HRM and MBA graduate, a licensed professional teacher, and a certified TESTA trainer and assessor. Her line of expertise are events management, human resource management, training and development, and also microeconomics. Next, we also have none other than Professor Isaac C. Ochotorena, an HRDM faculty who just recently finished his Master in Business Administration, who is currently in his law course in his second year, who would love to share his expertise in business law, financial management, accounting one, and taxation.
Parang di na
Next,
sila
we,
takot sa CBA
next we
sila.
also have Professor Ricardo J. Opido, who is a graduate of Masters of Business Administration, who is currently enrolled in his doctoral program in expertise on financial management, accounting one, and business law. Can we just go back to the outcome? Yeah, the students of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Development Management, are expected to develop a critical thinking skills that permits them to be logically approach, resolve problems, and recognize opportunities. The students are also expected to enhance their sensitivities to ethical context of business decisions, handle business relationships with integrity, and concern for the quality of life of personnel and the goals of the organization. Provide the students assistance in building their management communication skills and a frequent opportunities to practice and improve skills in writing. Develop skills necessary to be successful human resource personnel, managers, and executives. Again, a round of applause to the gurus of Human Resource Development Management Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Iscario, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Education, a Master's in Business Administration, a Doctor in Business Administration, a professional marketista or marketing specialist. Please allow me to call Dr. Ramon D.G. David.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone, especially to our beloved Dean, Associate Dean, our faculty, and our stakeholders. Okay, may I have the objectives of marketing management? Okay. Letter A, the following are the specific objectives under BSBA Marketing Management. First, we have instill in the students the importance of marketing knowledge and awareness of current trend. Letter B, translate and apply theories and principles of marketing to relevant training and realistic situations and infuse fresh ideas among the learners who shall be the future stewards of marketing. Third, turn out more enterprising individuals who shall generate jobs for their peers and the employed. Last but not the least, fill in consistently the vacancies for analysts, market analysts, marketing managers, and marketing authorities in the business circle. To sum up, to sum up the four core objectives of marketing management, the CBA marketing students and stakeholders are expected and groomed to be enterprising oriented. We try to shape their character and personalities to be a well-rounded when it comes to marketing principles and theories that will lead them to successful businessmen and entrepreneurs. Likewise, to imbue with them the basic principles when it comes to integrity as far as how to be successful and professional marketers in the future. Next, the following, okay. For the first Faculty of Marketing Management, we have Professor Anna A. Pagaling, MBA, and our present Faculty OJT Coordinator. And he handles, aside from marketing courses or subjects, she likewise handles uh, economics, finance, franchising, and the like. Next faculty. Uh, Next is Professor Benigno M. Castillo, BSB Accounting Major, Master in Business Education. He has expertise when it comes only not only in accounting but likewise in financial management. Next, please. Professor Philip T. Abitang, CPA, also not only expertise and specialization in accounting, but likewise in financial management. Next. Professor Christian Andre A. Viril, BSBA Marketing from Colegio de San Juan de Letran. He is presently taking his MBA or what we call a MBA candidate for next year. Next, Professor Romiti Kikuchi, BSBA Marketing Cum Laude, Batch 2010, MBA, and presently taking his doctorate in business ad or DBA candidate. Next, we have Professor Joel D. M. Reyes, MBA from Universidad de Manila, expert in integrated software applications. He handles keyboarding, e-commerce, and other courses or subjects deals with IT. Next, Professor Belinda L. Kumpas, BSBA Marketing, MBA. He handles marketing subjects together with uh, human resources management subjects. Next, Professor Jane S. Isla, a graduate of BSBA Management, PLM, together with MBA from PLM. Handles human resources management and entrepreneurial management. Next. Wala na po. Okay, wala na po. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you, Dr. David. To discuss the program objectives of our Bachelor of Science in Office Administration, please allow me to call a graduate of Office Administration, a Master's of Arts in Education, defending her dissertation writing in Doctor of Education. Please allow me to call Professor Rosemary R. San Luis, Program Chair of Office Management.
Hello. First of all, I would like to greet each and everyone a pleasant good morning, especially to our energetic Dean, Dr. Willie O. Gapasin. We are here again for another academic undertaking, the CBA simulation activities. These are all in preparation for the class opening on October 5, 2020. So very briefly, I would like to read to you the objectives of the BSOA program. Students Okay, I would like to introduce to you, to present to you the lineup of the BSOA program. Professor Annalisa G. Azizistol, MBA graduate, stenographer eligible, and a let passer, teaching stenography, uh, administrative office management, and other subjects, and presently a OJT coordinator. Professor Jolly Joy B. Flora, BSOA graduate, an MBA degree holder, OJT coordinator, and at the same time, coordinator alumni services of the college. Professor Noemi De Cruz, BSOA graduate and an MBA holder, handling, keyboarding, administrative work values and accountability and other subjects. Professor Teresita B. Bellarmino, BSOA graduate and MABE holder, Faculty of Office Administration and presently detailed at the cashier's office. Professor Estrelita Esclodo, BSOA graduate, MBA, our future lawyer, handling law subjects, keyboarding, and other subjects. Professor Irma F. Villier, MAED holder, teaching stenography and machine shorthand. Professor Jacqueline G. Pido, BSOA graduate and an MPA holder, teaching personal and personality development, administrative work values and accountability and other subjects. Actually, these faculty members in the BSOA program are multitasking. They can handle subjects not only in the office administration program, but most of the minor subjects in other programs in human resource development management, marketing management, and entrepreneurship. Okay, very briefly, I would like to read to you the objectives of the BSOA program. Students of Bachelor of Science in Office Administration are expected to provide the students with an environment conducive to critical thinking and constant search for truth through research. Inculcate in the student's consciousness a positive self-concept, values, and attitudes that will make him or her a competent and honest worker to enable him, her to cope with work and life stresses and instill a strong desire and determination to excel and attain leadership in the field of office administration. I would like to say that in the new normal, the core values of the College of Business Administration is very applicable and timely. But that with all these learning modalities, we have to go back to the basic, and that is to inculcate not only to our students but also to ourselves the core values of the college, which is commitment and courtesy, benevolence, and accountability. So finally, I firmly believe that with all our preparations and the commitment of each of us for the college and the institution, not to mention the good lineup of faculty and the very supportive dean, no doubt, our first online modalities will become very, very successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Rosemary San Luis. This is it. This is the time that we've been waiting for. Let us now proceed to the simulation class of online modalities. To start with, please allow me to call Professor Benigno Castillo. He will discuss the netiquette.
Okay, before I will present to you, okay, my task, I would like to greet you a good morning, good day, okay, to our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, our Assistant Dean, okay, the faculties, and most especially the stakeholders and our clients, students, for participating this event, Simulation 2020-2021 on the amidst COVID-19, okay, class. So, my assigned task is online class etiquette. Number one, be punctual. Okay? Follow your timetable strictly. Always bear in mind that it is still a classroom session, so being on time is a must. A lot of at least 5 to 10 minutes ahead of your schedule for logging in unexpected technical difficulties. Two, wear proper attire. So my dear students, make sure that you look presentable and professional. Sleepwear and anything that could be perceived as immodest should be avoided. Number three, workspace. Choose a location that is neat and suitable for your online classroom. Avoid an environment with too much distraction as it may affect your concentration in class proper. Mute yourself if necessary. If you experience unavoidable background noise, just click the icon that will disable your audio. In this way, you will not disturb your class. Don't forget to take down notes. My dear student, taking notes helps you concentrate, especially when you are listening. An effective note taking benefits you in remembering and understanding that specific information. As for help, if your professor is teaching too fast or you cannot understand the topic, respectfully call the attention of your professor and ask for assistance. If the platform you are using has a raise hand button, you can also click it and it will immediately call the attention of your professor. Maintain respect. Respect your professor and classmates at all times. Always keep in mind that it is still a classroom session. So, any unnecessary behavior is highly prohibited. Reply when needed. A little thank you goes a long way. Acknowledge the efforts of your professors in creating your activities and modules. If they ask you something, answer them delightfully. In this way, they will know that you give your full interest in the class. Some reminders for you, my dear students. Number one, your mental health matters. If you are feeling overwhelmed with too much schoolwork and responsibilities at home, take a rest. Give yourself permission to unplug without feeling guilty. Always keep in mind that you are enough and so you will get that diploma you are aiming for. Number two, enjoy it. It makes time to fall for all of us to adopt the new normal, but try to enjoy your online class. You may gain new experiences and tricks in life. Just be a little bit patient. Let us help each other so we can also survive this pandemic that we are dealing today. We work as one. We will heal as one. Thank you, mabuhay Christian. Welcome class 2020-2021. Salamat po.
Thank you, Professor Benigno Castillo. So we are very much overwhelmed for 543 are now watching in our YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. There is a vision. Let us now proceed to the next. To discuss the college flexible course plan, please allow me to call Professor Joey Flora.
Good morning, class. This is your professor in basic stenography, Miss Jolly Joy. A warm welcome, my dear students, our beloved school, Yolohimang Bridges Institute of Science and Technology. This is our first meeting, and during the first day of our class, the teacher will first originally introduce you the flexible course plan of science. For the information of the all students, the flexible course plan and the syllabus are almost the same. Only the difference is that the syllabus was created, intended, or fitted for face-to-face learning, but because we have no face-to-face and you are all aware of our situation today because of the pandemic, that's why flexible course plan has been introduced for the new normal using modern on technology. So we have here, well,
Nawawala. Nawa- Nawawala.
Professor Jolie,
Choppy. Nawawala.
okay.
Nawawala yung audio.
Proceed to let us uh, wait for the technical issues. Okay. The connection is quite good. Professor
Joy,
Joey.
naka-unmute ka, naka-mute ka, Joy. Nawala
Nawawala.
audio mo, Joy. Nawala audio.
Nawawala yung audio.
okay na ma'am.
Okay na.
Okay na, Joy. Okay na.
Professor, you may now proceed.
Okay, so
Thank
hindi ko
you.
ulitin. Okay, so I have here the small flexible course plan, the 1603. So I'll just only discuss the purpose and the parts of the flexible course plan. Okay, here's the purpose. So flexible course plan is to guide faculty on topics she will discuss for the whole semester. The assessment or instrument to be used is also indicated to determine the learning or understanding the students. It is also important that the students begin a copy of this flexible course plan. Give them the idea what will the topics to be discussed the term. So that this will give them ample time to make an advanced study of the lessons to be discussed for the term. So every teachers will upload a flexible course plan in the LS or in the Google Classroom. So in addition, what is a flexible learning? So it's a system or approach to teaching and learning that are learner-centered, free up time, place, and methods of learning and teaching, and use appropriate technologies in a network environment. So we have here the parts of the flexible course plan and the content of each part. Underneath the course, of course, I have my sub is Steno 1, basic stenography, and number 2 is about course. The course sub description, which provide a synopsis, the subject matter, and requirements. So this course with the concept concept, word building principles, outline in and to meet the sales need for office administration. It provides reinforcement lessons which review intensively the principle and places emphasis on the non-third-hand elements of description that will improve students' knowledge and punctuation, similar word deals, spellings, grammars, and word traits. Yes. Number 3 part is the program objectives or the PO. So describe the career and professional accomplishments that programs are preparing graduates to attain with few years of duration. So every department consolidated the program objective of its courses. Number 4, we have here the course learning outcomes, or the CLO, are measurable statements that create formally state what students are expected to learn in course, while goals or objectives can be written more broadly. Learning outcomes describes physically how learners will achieve the goals. We have CO 1, 3. Number 1 is develop the function of basic synaptic concepts. 2, establish and enhance the reading and writing shorthand of students rapidly and accurately in shortest possible time. CLO number 3, introduce a well-illustrated picture of life and duties of secretary and encourage the students in their efforts to acquire the necessary skills. Number 5 part is the course materials. So the course materials, these are books, references to be used. Of course, in basic stenography, we are using Greg Strand for colleges. For volume 1, Louis A. Leslie, Charles E. Zubek, and A.J. Slimaster. So I have here the sample, the content of the course, of flexible course plan. We have column number 1 is the week, or the topics per week, the objectives, the learning materials, the assessment, yung plan is the instructions, and the in charts. So I'll just read the sample for the first week. So we have chapter 1. This is the overview of the course and student expectations, introduction to basic stenography, shorthand vital skill the business is, and objectives, introduce history of Greg shorthand, understand the importance of learning basic stenography, motivate the students, the advantage of having the skills in shorthand. Under learning materials, we have the digitally accessible, include PDF, video, website, text, audio. In stenography, we use the PowerPoint presentation to be uploaded in the Google Classroom. Under the digitally available plan, how to keep accessible, we have printed material which have developed by the professors handled by the subject. And the assessment under the mode of assessment, habited recitation, and then under the column requirements, planning and preparation, implementation, grading, reporting, reflection, which is randomly class polling, and the plan and instructions include synchronous and asynchronous. We have the learning activities, so we have the synchronous meeting via Zoom, and also we have synchronous meeting. We have part number 6, the policy and guidelines of the subject, which help students understand the expectations. So we have 3 policies and guidelines. So number 1, class participation is both important and required. If due to emergency, students are not able to respond to a station discussion from the week it is assigned, they must contact the faculty assigned by email or text message. Will be expected to post the response in the week. Number 2, policy. It is expected that activities will be submitted on time. However, it is recognized that students occasionally have problems that prevent from completion. So if such dilemma arises, students contact faculty assigned in a time approach. Next is so after the policies and guidelines, we have the motivation strategies. which are these are tactics, techniques, or approaches to encourage learners or students to participate in the teaching and learning process. So we have two motivation and strategies. Guided lessons and activities will be checked by faculty both online and offline classes. Two, on-time submission of all activities and output. Number 8, part is feedback. It is an information given to the learner or teacher about the learner's performance relative to learning goals or outcomes. It should aim towards improvement in students' learning. So the faculty assigned will provide multiple opportunities for students to provide constructive feedback on course delivery and content over the period of course. And additionally, the faculty assigned will provide written feedback to students on all the activities and output. Number 8 part is the instruction strategies. So these are our tactics, techniques, or approaches to communication, collaboration, support, and feedback that are used to support teaching and learning. These captions are a rich way to enhance the online learning experience. However, success depends on participation. Discussions include both student, faculty, and student interactions. Please respond to other student prompts and propose discussion points as it is a chance to share your knowledge and expertise. So, additional dun sa flexible course plan, we have here what the information or activity would you like to add in the LMS. So we have sample video presentation of former students who have completed the course and now in different field of industry. So we have graduates who are already working some Quezon City Trial Court, Manila Trial Court, and National Bureau of Investigation, so we can invite them to give inspiration to all the freshman students who has a side of basic therapy. And next added in the flexible course plan is what scenography opportunities can I explore in the delivering flexible classes. So able to explore different learning strategies that would be appropriate to the course and be appreciated by the students. So I have added here sa flexible course and yung requirements. So we have the major examination, midterm and finals, quizzes, recitation, reinforcement lesson, then work. And the grading system of the subject, we have midterm 50%, the final is 50%. So I hope you have a good time listening a flexible course plan of the subject. I hope you will enjoy learn this new subject. Thank you. Thank you po.
Thank you, Professor Joey. Don't worry, kids. The college will provide you the flexible course plan. You can ask your teacher for the PDF or for the soft copy of their respective flexible course plan. To discuss further the, the module or the instructional materials of the college, please allow me to call Professor Ronaldo Doroteo.
Good morning, everyone. Did you hear me and loud and clear from
Yes,
Bulacan?
yes,
Thank you.
Professor.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to start my presentation with the quote coming from St. Thomas Aquinas, telling us that loving is knowing and knowing is loving. The reason why we are here because we want to know each other. We want to know Iris. We want to know our professor. And this is a love community. And this activity is all about love. Love, love, love. So, I would like to discuss about the module, but allow me first to discuss what is all about the environment of learning. So the first one, we have environments. Just like business, we have environment. And now we have learning environment. The first environment is the online learning by the use of internet. Remote learning, it means there is no connections with the internet. And online distance learning, it means there is a combinations of an online and a remote learning. Now, a blended learning, it is a combinations of all environments. So, why is it that environment is important? Because in the environment itself, it would affect to our learning. So this is the reason why I discuss the environment of learning. So the first thing is you have to recognize your environment. And I would say that learning is not about the condition. It is how we handle the conditions. The reason why this simulation is being done to address our problems, to become a better person, to prepare more, to become a good person in this pandemic situations. Now, allow me, what is all about the ABC process? Because learning is a process. Do not jump into conclusion because it is a process. It is a step by step. Kaya guys, do not expect yourself to become an expert in one point, in one click. So it is a process. You have to bear with the process. At this point of time, God allow us to process ourselves. And that process, we should remain good in this process. So the process I'm going to introduce you this morning is about ABC process. The A stands for the acquire. We acquire knowledge from our professor. So therefore, your professor will provide knowledge. But remember, do not expect anything, everything to your professor. This is the reason why we give the module as the foundation of your knowledge, but not everything about the world. We cannot do that. Now, letter B is about build. Now you acquire the principles of management, the principles of accounting. Then build yourself as a person with principles. And that is the process of learning. Now, if you build yourself as a good person, as a principles of management and principles of business, now it's time for you to collaborate. Collaborate, it means share yourself to your classmate. Share your talents to your community. Share yourself to your family. So that is the process of learning. Because learning, could we say that it is true when we were able to share it with others. So this is the process of learning that the module should be and you should have at this point of time. Now, these are the things that we have to learn in adapting our learning. You have to set yourself in terms of adaptability. Do not be a person who is stagnant. Ay, ganito kami dati. This is we are, but we are the person who are willing to adapt the changes. Because life is not constant. The reason why we have to conduct research, because we have to address ourselves. It depends on the conditions of our society. Adaptability. So you have to adapt your Christian community. Do not compare yourself really to other schools and to a different school because you have to adapt your environment. This is your environment. The more you stay, the more you learn and the more you love. So adapt yourself to your environment. Number 2 is about asynchronous over asynchronous. So learning in module is not about asynchronous or synchronous. It is how you handle your modules. It is how you devote yourself into the study, how you interact yourself with the activities. So learn to be active and interactive. Be with the person enthusiasm. Be with the person in discipline in your study. So this is how you motivate you in handling your modules. There is no such boring modules. It is how you handle yourself in learning. Guys, when you start to learn yourself into the module, that's the time you learn to become happy, active, and interactive because you involve yourself to the content of the modules. Now, let's proceed with the three C's of learning that we're going to discuss and the modularity. So, the three C's of learning is the content. So, what is important is the content. So, when you read that particular module, see to it that you read the most important things. You get the idea what the module talk about. So do not stick on the particular things that it is not important. The content, the core values. Now, number 2 is about the coach. So always remember in module, the professors and the teachers are the coach only. Huh? You're going to give you an instruction. The reason why module is being called instructional materials because it has a set of instruction. Now, you are encouraged to be obedient and disciplined to your professor and to the modules because your professor is a coach of your module. Now, the community. You have the community of the teachers. You have your parents, you have your classmates. So you have to learn to involve yourself to your community. No, you have to ask their help if you cannot do that. If you cannot understand some of the points, you have the community. So you are very lucky because you have the Christian community, you have the College of Business Administration community who will be your guide in terms of your learning. So at this point of time, maybe I would going to congratulate you all as part of the College of Business Administration, the State University of the Republic of the Philippines. Now, before anything else, let's define what is all about module. In order for you to understand, go back to the definitions because the definition would explain to you what is all about. And do not go beyond the definition because if you're going to go beyond the definition, you are going out of the context about the subject matter. Now, the definition defines by the Russells in 1974 that instructional package dealing with a single conceptual unit of the subject matter. And modules are designed to help the students accomplish certain well-defined objectives. So therefore, it is an instructional package. It has a single conceptual unit. When we say conceptual, it is the concept of learning. So in concept of learning, you have input, right? The inputs are being seen in the data or the modules. So that is the input. It comes to your mind from the modules. It becomes an input. Now, that input will be processed. So a certain process, how? We have activities prepared for you. It's either a summative or a formative or an activity that would encourage you to perform a certain task in order for you to learn. Kaya guys, when the teacher asks you to do something, do not resist because it is part of the process and it is part of the learning. Baka sabihin nyo, si Sir, ang dami namang pinapagawa. Ganyan talaga po pag nag-aaral. You have to work for your study because you will never learn until you will never experience how to work with it. And the output of education is a good work. Then, it has an output. Therefore, it is a conceptual because we conceptualize the process from the starting point to the ending point. Now, we expect our student from the College of Business Administration to accomplish certain tasks based on the objectives. And that would define what is the module all about. So I hope you understand what is all about the module, but later on, I'm going to give you the example, just a browse of it so that you would recognize. But later on, our beautiful and intelligent professor, my co-professor in the College of Administration, we're going to upload your module in their corresponding Google Classroom. The reason why I'm going to introduce it to you so that you can easily recognize those learning materials. Now, these are the contents of the module. Now, take note, these are the suggested content. So it means this is not a standard. So in every subject, your professor may create their own modules because they have the capacity to determine what are the important things or what are the activities that a module should have because we have a different subject. So accounting, you cannot compare accounting into history. So do not compare, but learn to appreciate. This one is the title page. This is not a mandatory. Some of the modules have, but some don't have. Table of contents. So maybe you can learn without the table of contents, but if the table of contents is present, you should be thankful to your professor because your professor also, like you guys, no sufferings, a pandemic, emotional distress. So the problem is mutually experienced. So therefore, it should be, I'm encouraging everyone to have a mutual understanding, the both side. The student guide, so some of the modules are have, but some of the modules doesn't have. The introduction, the lesson or the activities, then the assessment, and the resources. And later on, you would see that your professor going to send a questions as a part of assessment because this is part of the process of the learning. So do not complain about your professor's examination because this is part of the learning process and this is part of the module. Now, if you are part of educational process, you have to bear with the process because it will make you a better person. Then, the content of the module, the introduction, as I said a while ago, the activities engaged and the experience. Now, when you read the modules, try to inculcate those things within yourself. Expand yourself. Put yourself to the paper, experience what the book, what the module tells you. So you have to focus on yourself in reading the module. The action itself, because it tells you to do something. So even without the professor, you could interpret the instruction and do it the instruction. Now, if you cannot understand the instruction well, your teacher is presently online. You may ask, but be polite as Professor Benigno Castillo discussed while ago. Reflection, try to reflect. So what is your module tells you? Because learning is all about real life. It is not about drawing and about imagination, but it is based on the real life. Therefore, you have to reflect what is the important of this subject matter to yourself as a business administration students and the feedback. Now you have the responsibility to give feedback to your professor. Why? Because so that your professor would understand what is your situation. Do not tell your feedback to the other professor without consulting your professor. And one of the point is sometimes students, consulting to the non-concerned professor and it becomes, a gossip. Guys, be professional. Go to your professor so that your professor would know what is your situation all about as a person with concern to your professor and a person with the person who really cares for the dignity of the human being. No resources. So your professor would give you some of the resources online or maybe some of the resources from the books or resources in forms of books or whatever resources or the video presentation or maybe the YouTube, guys, please see to it that that resources you may browse it because this is part of your learning process and part of your modules. The reason why your professor give you another resources in order for you to expand yourself. Do not be dependent to your professor because your professor has also other responsibilities. So learn to explore. And one thing that I could say, if you learn it by your own, you can never forget it because you discover that particular learning. So I would like you to, this is the conceptual framework that I mentioned a while ago. The first is the input. As you can see, the first one in the topic is the learning objective. So that learning objective which tells us, no, what is the objectives of the subject or the topic itself. Now that objectives, you're going to see the process and that information or the action and then the assessment. So expect these areas to your module as the part of it. The input, the process, and the output. Okay, let's proceed with the next. No, number 2 is compose for a whole. So therefore, the module is about the total subject itself. When you say accounting, from the first step of the accounting to the end of the accounting, and sometimes if you cannot understand chapter 2, of course you have to go back to the chapter 1. If you cannot understand chapter 2, you have to go back to the other resources. So this is the complete. Therefore, the resources are given to you by your professor in order for you to understand some of the point. So you have to explore your module because the module is composed by your professor as the representation of the totality of the subject matter. So this point, modify, remove, and replace, this is concerned to the professor because the professor can modify, can remove, and replace the content of the subject of the modules. It depends on the needs of the students. Kasi not all the students are equal in terms of mental capacity. So therefore, the faculty have the right to determine what type of subject that I give to my students. Oh my goodness, ang galing-galing nga namin magturo, but you don't understand anything else. Oh my goodness. That's the terrible things that will happen to us. Therefore, it is part of the module. Baka sabihin nyo, si Sir naman pabago-bago because some of your students, you have some of your classmates needs more elaborations or simplification of the subject matter. Another one is interactive and engaging. So we plan, we create, and demonstrate. So we are busy the last few months and few weeks to write down or to construct, to build your module. So therefore, you have to enjoy, you have to engage, you have to be interactive because we prepare it for you. We are not preparing it for us because we are done. No, we are a professional people. So therefore, you have to grab this opportunity that we prepare it for you because we want you to become a better person at the end of the day. So next one is the visual itself. The visual, the other thing, there are things that you can see in the module. So the drawing itself, and the last one is you have the deep drive. So as I mentioned a while ago, that you need to understand very well the module. So I would like to thank everyone. Of course, I would like to thank the Dean of the College of Business Administration, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, my area chair, Dr. Charlene Iscario, the associate dean, Dr. Chanda Tinga, for allowing me to discuss the subject matter. And I hope that you learned something from me. And I would like to end this discussion with the word The emphasis should always be on the compassion rather than the judgment in this pandemic area. Thank you very much, and I wish and I pray that everyone will be safe and in good health. God bless.
Thank you, Professor Ronald Doroteo, our Chief of Campus Ministry, to discuss the asynchronous learning, uploading of instructional materials using our learning management system, Google Classroom. Allow me to call Professor Isaac Ochatorena.
Good afternoon, especially to our 600 students watching at YouTube. And I am
Wow, good.
tasked to discuss to you the asynchronous method of learning. So I'm going to show you exactly what does it look like to see and to learn from our learning management system. Okay, so Iris chose to have the Google Classroom as the learning management system. So what you can do is either you're gonna open the Google Classroom from the browser. You're just gonna type on Google Classroom and then enter that. Join the class using the class code that was given by our dean. And or you can download an app if you have a cell phone or an iPad. It's okay also if you have some desktop at home. So you're gonna it's good to have an Google Classroom app. So I'm gonna open it. So here you can see my classes. Here are my section. So I have marketing 2.5, 2.4, HRDM 2.1, 3.4, and 3.3. So this is how it looks like when you open your learning management system. So here in the left side, uh, you're gonna see the subjects. If you're the professor, you're gonna see the subjects. But if you're the student, when you join a class, you're gonna see just your class. All right. So let's open one section. I sorry. Yeah. Okay. So here are my instructions. So grading system, very fast. Class participation, recitation, 60%. Midterm examination, 20%. Final examination, 20%. Total of 100%. Online class guidelines, very fast. Log in with your last name first. So for me, example, if it's me, Ochotorena, comma, Isaac C. No nicknames, and you are not allowed to also change your name or to rename yourself while inside the Google Meet or Zoom. No recording or screen captures, no adding me on Facebook until you've successfully hurdled the course. So that's just my personal take. Choose a workstation conducive for online class. So as much as possible, prevent walking, or if you are in the mall, don't do that while we are in the class. When we have a schedule, you should be on a place in your home where you cannot be bothered by anyone. So you can focus on studying. No leaving your workstation without signifying your intent and the same being acknowledged. So before you go out to the restroom, you just type on the chat box, sir or ma'am, I'm gonna go for a restroom for just a bit. So your professor will say yes to that. Ask questions anytime. So as much as we want to be interactive, so just ask your question when we have some time to give when the professor give you some time to ask questions, so that while he is still lecturing, you will not be able to butt in while he is still lecturing. But after he lectured, he will ask you what are your questions. That's the time where you can ask your questions. Okay, so let's go out and see some more. So class instructions. This is regarding your activities. So you are presented with an activity every week for which you are required to submit a handwritten answer with solution explanation. That's for my class, no? So if your professor has other instruction, then you might follow their instruction. You will need to read the learning module provided or research on your own the basis of your answer applicable to the activity. You need to provide a short and clear explanation even if the activity did not ask for it. All questions needing computation must be provided with an organized computation. So for my classes, it's accounting and taxation. Some of it are gonna need some computations. So quality of writing, not length of answer or explanation is desired. So uh, that will be your training with us na as much as possible, do not go for the long answers. Just one paragraph or just two paragraph, as long as there is substance in that and you have the basis with your answers. The activities is intended to measure your skills in communicating in English. That's very important. 20%. Sorting out and constructing the relevant facts. Identifying the issues or issues presented in the questions. Constructing your arguments and explanation in support of your view. So deadline of submission of weekly activities, for example, because we are simulating our class in with respect to my class, it would be 9 a.m. every Saturday. So I will give an activity last Saturday, you will pass it this week or this Saturday, for example. All right. So I have put here the Google link where you can put your answers. Okay. Before you put your answers, you have to collate them. If your answers are 5 pages, you have to scan it and using a cam scanner or turbo scan or genius scan or any other free scanner app, so that those there are many free scanner app in the Google store. You can download it, and then so that your answers will be collated when you put it inside the Google Drive, where you are supposed to put your answers. It will be collated. All right, so let's go now to our weekly activities. So you can see, as you can see, we have week 1 until week uh, 14 or week 18 activity. We also have for the midterm and final exam. Although wala pang laman yan, so we open first our week 1 activity. So instructions, you can see the accounting slides, you can see the accounting module, and you can also see the Google link where you're gonna put your answers. Okay, so there are folders on each activities. So let's try to open the slides first. So this is how your slides will look like. So these are compiled by me, yours truly, by other professors, Professor Abitang, Dr. Escario, and Professor Oliveros. So basically, your module are designed to help you learn by yourself. Um, and then the synchronous activity will just be a supplement to your learning. But you should have the training to learn by yourself. All right, so that is how it will look like. And then nandito na rin ang mga activities. So yeah, those are the activities. Okay, let's go to our module. This is how your module will look like. Okay, so my suggestion is my estimate of how long will this module can be studied by a student is just about around 70 hours, no? Of course, you're not gonna do the 70 hours all at once or in just one sitting, no? You have to allocate the 70 hours throughout the semester, no? There are techniques in how to study a module. In YouTube, there are Pomodoro technique. It means that you study for 30 minutes and then you take a break, and then study again for 30 minutes and then you take a break. No, it depends on you. If you can study for 4 hours straight, then it's good for you. But if you're not used to that, you can try the techniques, Pomodoro technique, which is studying for 30 minutes and then taking a break. Okay, so we will not be having pure asynchronous learning. So it means we will have semi, we will still have synchronous learning or real time or live learning. So that is the time where I will explain the module. Okay, but you will also have to do your part that to read the module so that you can ask valuable and significant questions. So that you can understand it more. Okay, let's see the activities. Okay, so these are examples of the activities. So for every week, I gave you an activity. Okay. All right. Now, so very fast, let's just look at the other section. Okay. Taxation. Week 1. Okay. Instructions. So same format. You have here the slides that I made, so you can access that always. You also have here the tax module and then the link. So the third one, that is when you open that. So let's try to open that. Uh, when you open that, you will go to the Google Drive wherein you are supposed to upload your answers. Okay, so this is my Google Drive. So I will give you the link. So this is where you access or upload your activities per section. And then when you open the section per week. Okay. These are your learning module. So everything will be provided to you so that your anxiety level will just be minimized, no? Uh, you also need to have the training also to learn asynchronous activity, because when you go to your work, when you finally graduate, for example, you go to an auditing firm, you also have internal systems there, or computer system like SAP, or or if you are going to work abroad, you need IELTS. IELTS is a English exam. So when you're gonna study for that exam, you will just be given a module by the review center. So that you can prepare for the exam. So this is a good training for you to study by yourself. Or just one practical tip that I can give you is outside our schedule, you can form some groups, let's say a group of 5, and then you can have a Zoom meeting, so that when you are studying, you study not just with yourself, but you also study with some of your close classmates, and then you can practically ask questions to each other, or you can study together. So that is my practical tip in order for you to have the motivation to learn. All right, so that will be our uh, asynchronous activity. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Professor Isaac. So, discuss about the synchronous learning, online discussions about keyboarding. Please allow me to call Professor Noemi Cruz.
Okay. Okay, good morning class. Okay, to 600 plus students online, good afternoon. Siguro hindi pa kayo gutom. It's 12 o'clock. Okay. Before I will start, let's have an opening prayer. Every time na magi-start kami ng class, merong tayong opening prayer. Okay. Lord God, please bless my students in my online class and help them as they grow. May I teach them faithfully, full of joy and enthusiasm, and all the things they need to know, so they may face the future, knowing they propose as we follow your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. Good afternoon, class. Okay, we have a
Good
synchronous.
afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, subject orientation in keyboarding. Okay, since na-discuss na ni Sir Benji Castillo about the netiquette for online students,
meron lang akong some additional na ibibigay ko sa inyo. May netiquette. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng netiquette? Okay. Ang netiquette is a correct and applicable communication through online. Okay. It is a behavior, good behavior of our students. Number 1, be scholarly. What that is mean? Do and don'ts. Okay? Use proper language. Kinakailangan, pagsasagot, kailangan, please raise your hand para to avoid misunderstanding. Okay? Number 2, be respectful. Okay? Importante yan. Respect the opinions of others. Hindi yung makikipagsabayan ka. One at a time. Okay. Number 3, be polite. Mindful of your tone. Kinakailangan, pag magsalita tayo, hindi yung pasigaw na naiintindihan ng bawat isa. Right? And the last one is be professional. Pag sinabing professional, nandun na sinasabi na nga dito yung online, lagi tayong nasa klase. Kung may masama mang pakiramdam, pagkapasok, ma'am, umabsent po ako, sorry dahil nagkasakit ako. Okay, be professional and trust people if you were in a face-to-face situation. Hindi katulad kasi nung sa online situation natin ngayon, face-to-face tayo sa online, but hindi katulad nung face-to-face situation natin, talagang nakikita natin ang isa't isa, right? Okay, next. Think before you talk. Talk, click, and type. Ibig sabihin ng talk is be respectful, be righteous, and avoid chaos. Also, avoid misunderstanding. Okay, next. Okay. Okay. Our objectives, vision and mission, 2, philosophy. This is our institute, mission and vision of our school, institute philosophy, core values of our institute, course description, course learning outcomes, and weekly topics. Okay, let's begin with our orientation. As you can see, marami sa inyo ang baguhan pa lang dito sa IRIS. It means Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology. Ito po yung ating logo. Makikita natin yan pag nagpagawa na tayo ng uniform. Okay, next. Okay, vision. IRIS vision. IRIS is envisioned to be a center of excellence in trades, business, art, science, and technology. As you can see at the back of the vision, ito po yung IRIS. Diba? Napakagandang school, pang-international. Okay? IRIS is envisioned to be a center of excellence. After graduation or after na makapagtrabaho na kayo, ito yung aming ini-expert namin sa mga bata. Okay. Next. IRIS mission. As you can see, at the back of the IRIS mission, ito yung loob ng aming eskwelahan. Dito nag-organize, nagbibigay ng mga events. Okay, IRIS mission is to turn out vocationally, technically, technologically, and scientifically trained graduates who will be economically productive, self-sufficient, effective, responsible, and disciplined citizens of the Philippines. Pag sinabing mission class, ito yung tungkulin. Without this vision and mission of IRIS, like a human being, importante ang spinal column. But Sa Iris, without mission and vision, we cannot stand alone. Okay, next. Philosophy. As you can see here, class, this is the front of our Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute, Science and Technology. Okay, we have an Iris Philosophy, a State College, Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology, which is Iris, believes that education is not an area of knowledge that can be arrogated unto itself by one profession, nor it is a division separate and distinct from the society and the times in which it flourishes. It is plexus of knowledge and skills applied to the economic, social, and moral development of a self-actualized and productive citizenry. Okay, philosophy means it is the fundamental of belief, knowledge, existence, reality. Okay, dyan tinetrain ang aming mga bata. Okay, next. Okay, yulahin mo ang Mang Rodriguez core values. Okay, as you can see, the picture of our founder. This is the picture of our founder, Eulogio Amang Rodriguez. As you can see, pag pumasok kayo sa main gate ng Iris, makikita nyo na ang statue na ito. Okay, core values of our institute. E is for excellent. Class, what do you think excellent is? What is your definition about excellent? It is an outstanding to the high. Ha? Aim high, sabi nga nila, pag excellence. Okay. Next. A is for accountability. Pag sinabing accountability, ito yung responsibility. Ha? Responsibility hindi lang ng employee ng our school, at the same time our students to study hard hanggang makagraduate. Okay, next. R is for resourceful. Okay, being resourceful, kinakailangan to yung mga dapat na mga bagay kakailangan natin, yung pinakamahirap na bagay na kailangan natin gawin, nagiging madali because we are very resourceful person. Okay? For you as a student, kinakailangan be resourceful in everything you do. Okay, next. I is for integrity. Pag sinabing integrity, kinakailangan right use. Honest. Number 1 yan. Na ini-implement namin sa mga bata. Ini-instill namin sa mga first year student, not only for our first year student, but of course for yung mga pag-graduate na estudyante namin. Okay, next. S is for service. Pag sinabing service, ready to help each other. Yan kami. Ready to help each other, especially sa mga estudyante. Next. T is for teamwork. Okay, pag sinabing teamwork, di ba? We help each other. For you, as a students, kinakailangan natin gawin yan. Teamwork tayo. Since online tayo, hindi pwede tayong magkanya-kanya. Hindi pwede tayong magparti-partition. Okay, we have to help each other. Okay, next. Core values. Excellent, accountability, resourcefulness, integrity, service, and teamwork. That is the acronyms of Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology. As you can see, the background of the core values, part pa lang yan ng aming CBA classroom. Yung aming parang pinaka-corridor. Okay. Next. What is your favorite core value, class? Ha? What is your favorite core values? Okay? Very good. Very good. Integrity. Napaka napaka napakahirap niyan abutin, pero kung pagsisikapan natin maging honest, maging righteous, hindi madali. Sinasabi natin, ay ma'am, integrity lang 'yan, Pero in the end, dahil nga dito sa mga nararanasan nating pandemic, mahirap, Katulad nito, since we are new na nandito tayo online, pare-parehas tayong mga baguhan lang. Okay, next. Next. Okay, this is our College of Business Administration. Here is our logo. As you can see, baguhan lang, mga freshmen, maraming mga, ano kaya yan, yung logo ng ating College of Business Administration. Okay, this is our logo. Next, course name. Okay, sinabi nga nila yung subject code, it is the yung parang sorry, meron akong kaunting code kaya hindi ako makapagsalita ng maigi. So, yung course name natin, meron tayong mga subject code dyan, preceded by the number. Okay, here our course name. Keyboarding and document processing. Okay, course description. This course involves the application of keyboarding, principles and techniques in the production of different styles and forms of business documents. Dito, tinetrain na namin while we are in line with or online with our discussion, tinetrain na namin ang aming mga estudyante na gumawa ng business correspondence. But before that, kinakailangan malaman muna nila yung basic about keyboarding. Okay. Next, the students will be able to acquire basic keyboarding skills that are necessary for the preparation of letters, memoranda, reports, and other business communication. And then students will improve keyboarding techniques with exercises emphasizing the touch method techniques, home keys. Okay, this could develop the students' ability to attain a speed of 35 words a minute with tolerable or fewer errors on a 5 minutes time writing. Okay, our course learning outcomes. At the end of this course, the student should be able to master the keyboard by touch. Okay, exhibit proficiency in encoding business documents, including letters, memoranda, tables, and reports, manuscript and financial reports using word processing and spreadsheet. Okay, at the last, type a minimum speed of 35 words per minute on a 5-minute time writing with 1 or fewer errors. Pupunta tayo dyan, dadako tayo dyan as we go along. Okay. Our weekly topics, week 1 and 2, orientation, week 3, Microsoft Word, week 4 and 5, preparing to keyboarding, week 6, computation of Guam and WOM, week 7 and 8, formatting business letter. Okay, week 9, midterm examination, week 10, inter-office memorandum, week 11, folding, inserting, addressing letters in an envelope, and week 12, manuscript typing, week 13 and 14, formatting reports, week 15, applying advanced features and typing documents. Okay. And week 16, formatting resume. Week 17, formatting tables. And week 18 is our final examination. Ang ating palang midterm examination will be fall into week 9. Okay. Discussion. Okay, in keyboarding. Okay. Class, as you can see, the first typewriter in the whole world was invented by Mr. Christopher Latham Shows between 19th century, between 1863 to 1868. Okay, as we go along, si Scholl, dahil kasi because of, don't you know that class, ang typewriter noon is in alphabet order. Since nagtatanggal up, twisted in letters, dahil magagaling mag-type ang mga typist noong araw, talagang to the highest level. Nag-isip si Scholz ng another inventions. Okay, what is it? It is a QWERTY typewriter. In-invent niya ito noong 1873. Okay, since soon after, in a series of evolution, maraming nangyari, technological development, nagkaroon na ng si Remington. Minastrade niya na ang practical typewriter. Okay, here is the keyboard and keyboarding. Okay, as we go along. Okay, don't you know that, class? The fastest, who is the fastest typist in the whole world? Okay, she is an English. Okay, her name is Barbara Blackburn. Okay, she was tested during 2005, a year ago lang. And don't you know that, class? Her speed is 212 word per minute. Sobrang bilis, di ba? Talaga siguro yung kinikili nito, lumilipad na sa pag-speed test. Okay, talagang pero at least naka-reach siya sa peak point ng 212 word per minute. And don't you think that ang 1 minute word per minute niya in 1 minute is 41.4 for 1 minute. Okay, marireach natin yung goal natin yan. Kung magpa-practice tayo, sabihin natin na, ma'am, imposible yung mangyari kasi online tayo. Walang imposible. Through practice, to familiarize. Kaya nandito nga kaming mga teacher nyo to teach, to develop. Kasi nasa stage na tayo ng specialization. Kaya wala na tayo tanong, ma'am, imposible yung sinasabi nyo na marireach natin yun. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, ang standard ng typing natin, it's about 35 words per minute lang yung hinihingi namin sa inyo. Okay? Ang ginamit nga pala currently ni Miss Blackburn, si Barbara Blackburn, ay itong Dvorak Simplified Keyboard. Okay. Next. As you can see, because of a series of evolution, sinasabi nga natin, due to technological development, nagiging high-tech na tayo, class. Ito na, nung 2018, ito na, meron ng yung minimal na keyboarding lang na hinuhugot yung ating mga numbers dito at that side. Okay, that is 2018 sample ng keyboarding. Okay, next, 2020. Siguro hindi pa to nag-i-exist sa Pilipinas. Pangmayaman tong keyboard na to. Ito, ang tawag dito ay ang digital trending keyboard. Okay, di ba? May mga ilaw. Talagang siguro pagka nag-type kayo, talagang to the highest level na. True practice lang. Walang imposible. Kung gagawin, sasabihin nyo, mahirap yan, ma'am. No, don't say that. Kasi at the end of the day, Basta may pananalig kayo, may kompidensya kayo sa sarili nyo, magagawa nyo yan. Hindi maaring hindi. Okay? Very good. Okay. For you, what is keyboarding, class? Okay. Typing and keyboarding, syempre, yes! They are almost the same. Typing is the process of inputting or writing in a typewriter. While in keyboarding, it is also a process of inputting or typing in a keyboard with monitor in a processor. Okay. What is the difference of keyboarding and typing? Nasabi ko na, class. Okay, very good. Itatopic natin yan. Okay, don't you know that, class? Only 5 main function of our keyboard. Number 1, the numeric processor keyboards, the alphanumeric keyboards, the control keys, the function keys, and the arrow keys. Pag-aaralan natin yan to our next meeting. Okay. These are, what's the best posture for typing? Okay, di ba? Eto na, nakikita nyo, merong nakaganyan, merong nakaganon. Minsan pa nga, sometimes, nakataas pa yung mga paa nila. No. And this is the correct typing posture, yung nasa huli. Di ba? Okay, when sitting at your computer, it's important to make sure you're comfortable. Siyempre, di ba? Good posture, kaya nga pinag-aaralan natin yan eh. Will help you type faster. Yes, keep you energized and help you avoid an aching neck or back. Let's do an experiment. Okay, at the end of this subject, may na-research ako, ang nakalagay dun sa huli, okay, take good care of yourself. Bakit kaya? Kasi sometimes dahil sa pagtatype, through our work, overtime sa trabaho, nakakalimutan na nating pangalagaan yung sarili natin. Lalong-lalo na pagdating sa typing. Nagiging hukot na tayo. Don't be a slouch. Ibig sabihin nun, yung nagiging hukot na yung katawan. Always proper. Bakit ba natin pinag-aaralan to? To learn. Importante yan. Bakit ba kailangan ng keyboarding? Because this is not only a requirement. This is not only a part of your major subject. Kasi pag nagtrabaho na kayo in the near future, magagamit nyo to. Kinakailangan ang speed typing with a proper best posture for typing. Okay, next. The correct keyboarding position, that is, nasabi ko na, eye on monitor, wrist flat, finger curve. As you can see, the image before, naka-curve yung finger niya. Okay, feet flat on the floor. Siyempre, tulad nga na sinabi ko, hindi nakataas, hindi nakasandal. Okay, back straight. Always practice that, class. Walang imposible. Ang sabi nga nila, pag gusto, may magagawa tayo. Pero pagkaayaw, napakaraming dahilan. Okay, and the last is the fingers on home row position. Laging nasa home keys yan. To practice. Imposible yan, hindi po pwede. Okay, sa akin, from time to time, lagi akong nagkakaroon ng graded recitation. Wag na wag niyong kakalimutan ang iris vision, iris mission, core values, at saka dun sa mga subject topic natin. Okay? Okay, eto na, yung keyboard finger position. As you can see, ASDF space, JKL, colon, and semicolon. Nilagay namin yan dyan para makita nyo kung saan ipi-place yung ating fingers into home rows or on the keyboard. Okay, practice. At bago ko nga pala makalimutan, class, every time we have a class in keyboarding, nagkakaroon ako ng speed typing. Before we start, speed typing. correct positioning of a finger. Okay, itatopic natin yan. Okay, last, what have you learned today? Comment your answer below. Okay, before we end up our topic, I would like to thank our Dean, hardworking, dynamic, and very supportive Dean, sa mga ka-OWAS family ko, kay Ma'am San Luis, and to my CBA family. Good afternoon! Alam ko po, gutom na kayo. At ito na po, nagtatapos ang aking synchronous learning orientation in keyboarding, documents, and processing. Good afternoon to everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Noemi Cruz, for very energetic online
Sir?
demonstration. Okay, congratulations, Ma'am Noemi. I'm sure the
Thank you.
students are excited to attend in your class. You have a very interactive online or synchronous class. Thank you so much, Ma'am Noemi. Okay, let's proceed to the next presentation. Okay, so the next presenter is Professor Ricardo Opido. So he will present the online assessment tools. Sir Opido.
Hello, Dean.
Okay.
Yeah, do you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Hello? All right. I'll be sharing my screen, and what I'm going to discuss is about the online procedures of assessment. So it would be brief. So I am following the discussion of Professor Ocho Torreya about the assessment, but my part would be on assessment. So it would be following from the tools that he uploaded. So on my part is how to assess the students and how should the students be both student and faculty transparent when it comes to grading system. All right. So I will be sharing my screen then. All right. One moment. Can everyone see my screen now? Yes. Okay. This is following the discussion of Sir Ocho Daria on uploading of do you call this tools. Now, this is the part of the student on how they will take the examinations and how the professors will assess them. So there are different types of assessment. It could be an online quiz or an online recitation. And if you notice, the previous discussion of Ma'am Noemi is kumbaga, an online face-to-face discussion, and at the same time, she will be grading you. And now, this time naman, ang gagawin natin is how the students will be assessed when it comes to their, quizzes, when it comes to their examinations, major or final examinations. No? So for example, all those assessments are graded or are uploaded by your professors. All right. So the students will then go to each class, all right? If you see this, no, this is the actual, you know, uh, Google Classroom. Ayan, makikita dito ng mga student. If you are enrolled here, if I am the teacher, makikita ko kayo dito. So like that. Example yan. This is the actual classroom that I used last semester. So in classwork, you can see here the list of activities, list of classes or weeks. Okay, you can see that in each classworks, yan, makikita nyo, are those activities. So it's up to the student what, or it's up to the professors rather, what type of an examinations he or she will be using. Now, this time, last semester or last 2 years ago, kasi 2018 pa to, I used a Google Forms yung ginamit ko dito. Like that. Ayan. Google Forms yung ginamit ko, and I transitioned that Google form into a quiz, right? So ang itsura ng Google quiz or Google exams is like this. Now, ayan, ganito siya. So how are you going? The professors are encouraged to put a all these items be required, yung email address, yung ID number, especially yan, dapat yung ID number mo talaga is nakalagay because this is the unique identification para kayo ay migratean sa system. Kasi yung iris ano natin grading system or yung pag-upload ng grade natin dun sa iris database is nagre-require talaga siya ng ID number. Mawala na lahat, wag lang yung ID number. Now, and then I can monitor here who are those students that already responded my quiz. Yan. Makikita ko dito yung mga scores and I can have also here what are the questions that has been answered incorrectly. So this time, I use an option of essay kasi sales law on sales, so my examinations would be essay, so I will be grading my students according to their you know answers that are essay form, right? So yan I think it would be very lengthy if I will be discussing one by one, so we can set another session for that if you are all willing, on how the students should answer or do the assessment on their part. But I am just showing here what is the actual form or uh, what is the actual look. How does our classroom look like, right? Okay, and yan yon. On the part of assessment, the professors will then, halimbawa natapos na yung aking nag-due date na yung Google Classroom form ko or Google Quiz, the professors can then uh, extract all those reports. Ang gagawin lang niya, uh, kasi alam din naman ng professors yon how to extract Excel forms. Ang gagawin lang nila, i-extract nila in all those grade, no? And then, the professors can do an online class record. So, the prerogative is on the professors on how they are going to assess their students. Like for example, sa midterms, for me, ang ginawa ko sa midterms on the law and obligations, ang ginawa ko, midterm is 50%, finals is 50%, and final grade would be 50% from midterms and 50% from finals. But then, in a granular level, midterms is composed of quiz and midterm exam. Right? So the students will know how they were graded. Okay, but then again, it's up for the professors on how they would be graded. Okay, yun lang po yung aking ano. Uh, I think that's it for my part. Any questions? Hello?
Yes, one moment, Sir Vido.
Sure. Sir, I suggest that the assessment or on how to navigate Google Classroom would take another session like this, because it would be a lengthy procedure for the students because they might ask questions na medyo technical. That is my suggestion.
Okay, so the professor assigned to their sessions will continue to orient them how to explore the Google Classroom.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay. Thank you, Professor Pino. If you have questions or clarification, you might use the chat box in our Facebook Live together with our YouTube channel. So to get the response from our students, please allow me to introduce the CBA Student Governor, Mr. Paul Gay Mamuri. Paul.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, sir. Narinig na po?
Yes, Sir Paul.
Hello, good afternoon to all the professor and all the students, especially sa mga freshmen natin. So, I'm Paul Mamuri, the student government of College of Business Administration, and I'm taking Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurial Management. So, itong opportunity na binigay sa atin ng school is napakamalaking, itong program na ginawa ng school, especially ng ating dean at ng ating professor, is napakalaking opportunity para sa atin. Kasi unang-una nalaman natin yung mga brief history, the mission and vision of our school. And at the same time, nagkakaroon tayo ng interaction since hindi pa tayo masyadong magkakakilala lahat, especially sa mga first year na ngayon pa lang nag-enroll sa ating institution. So, yung mga information na binigay sa atin, sana is i-absorb natin para ma-apply natin, lalong-lalo na dun sa etiquette natin sa habang nag-online class tayo. Saka yung respect na dapat na binibigay natin sa bawat isa, especially sa mga professor, lalong-lalo na kapag nag-a-address tayo sa kanila. So, sana yung mga learnings, yung mga nalaman at natutunan natin dito, is-apply natin. Kasi magkaiba po yung nalaman sa natutunan. Mas maganda po na natutunan natin kasi nalaman natin kasi pag nalaman lang natin, tapos hindi natin na-apply, baliwala rin po yung ginawa nating oras para sa program na to. So, malaki po salamat po in behalf of the students na nagkaroon po tayo ng program na ganito dahil nalaman po namin na kung ano yung kahalagaan, kung ano yung mga strategy na pwede namin gawin during the online class. Muli maraming salamat po sa opportunity na binigay ninyo. Thank you po sa inyo lahat, professors, lalo na po sa ating Dr. Willie Ogapasi. Thank you po.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Paul, our student governor. To proceed to the question and answer, please allow me to call our moderator, Dr. Dr. Agida.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, I would like to appreciate all the efforts and support of our beloved Dean for this simulation event. For the step-by-step process for all faculty and students to our new normal system of education, together with our with the different modalities. In behalf of our faculty and students, thank you very much, Dr. Willie Gapasin, and we are very happy and lucky to be a part of the CBA family. Now we go to the question and answers from the students. Mostly po, I saw here in our YouTube is about the enrollment. Yung mga question po. Anybody from the faculty na makakapagbigay po ng any message regarding po doon sa mga tanong nila about nag-email na sila, nagpasa na sila, wala pa rin daw pong feedback about sa enrollment ng iba nating students, and then sa next Monday na po yung ating pasukan.
Okay, that's Ma'am Cabreros. Ano po yan? For the first freshmen or for the old students?
I think, Dean, ano po siya, merong old, mas marami po ang freshmen din kesa sa old na nagtatanong.
Ayun po, for those yung mga applicants, kasi we're still accepting applicants for all the courses, but unfortunately, naka-close po kasi yung online system during the daytime, tapos nag-open lang siya during nighttime from 6 p.m. onwards until 8 a.m. lang open yung online enrollment system natin. So, yun po yun. And as to email messages naman po na pino-forward nila, okay, kasi po yung register po yung nag-handle or nag-accept ng mga email messages coming from the students. So, the problem po, ang response po ng registrar's office is madami daw po kasi silang mga email message. So, that's why medyo nadidelayed yung pag-response nila to your email messages. So, Maghintay lang po. Kahit po pasukan na sa Lunes, the enrollment will continue. So we will still continue accepting freshmen until we reach the 1,000 students for the CBA freshmen. Ayun. For the old students naman, we will post the list of enrolled students in the Facebook account of College of Business Administration. So, wait nyo lang yung yung pag-post namin. Ay, kanina nakapag-post na ako ng entrepreneurship program from 2nd year to 4th year. So, ang ipopost po namin this week are the higher students. And for the freshmen, ang ipopost namin yung mga schedules and the class code for you to be able to access the Google Classroom of your subject. So, stay tuned for the class code to be posted within this week on or before October 5. Ayun.
Okay, Dean, another question here from Miss Kyla Obal. Good afternoon po. Ang sabi niya, gusto ko lang po malaman sa October na 5 na po yung pasukan. Pero until now, wala pa po kami nare-receive na certificate of registration through email. Paano po namin malalaman ang SCED at sino po ang aming mga professors? Okay, medyo nasagot na rin to ni Dean kanina. Any answer, Dean, please?
Additional na lang, as to those old students, for their certificate of registration, to follow yung copy of certificate of registration nyo. Kasi wala pa namang binibigay yung registrar's office na validated. So, you need to attend the class although wala pang COR. So, nakapost naman yung mga names ng mga students na enrolled. Kung wala yung mga names nyo doon, so that's the time that you need to message us para ma-enroll namin kayo. Ayan.
Okay, another question din. Good afternoon. Freshman po kami. Paano po kung mawala ng signal habang habang in class kami? Kasi po yung ibang lugar dito sa amin, mahina po talaga yung access or signal. Paano po kaya iyon, Din?
That's why we have blended learning strategies. Diba? We have synchronous and asynchronous. So let's say if you have that valid reason naman na nawala yung, let's say, internet access mo, you'll be excused with your professors. So hindi naman not all the time online class yung gagawin ng mga professors. That's why we have asynchronous. Meron tayong module na naka-upload dun sa Google Classroom. So we have series of activities per week. So you need to follow kung ano yung mga activities that will be uploaded by the professors.
Okay, another question din from Mr. Patrick Gutierrez. I'm all the student. Paano po yung OJT po namin? Thank you po.
Okay, so for the meantime, ngayong first semester, we will be holding webinars, workshop over online lang muna. Okay, so for second semester, that's the time na maghahanap talaga kayo ng OJT. So workshop to be conducted by the faculty coordinator assigned to your program. Okay, so they will be, I think they will invite some graduates to inspire and motivate the fourth year students. Ayun.
Okay. Another questions from Mr. Noel Gomez. Good afternoon po. Meron po kaming subject na machine shorthand sa checklist. Paano po kaya yon ngayon since wala naman silang sariling machine or magkakaroon ba sila ng sariling machine, sir?
I think Ma'am Luis will answer the question. Ma'am Luis?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, sir, even during the face-to-face classes, very limited po ang machine, ang stenograph machine. Pero natututo naman po ang estudyante ng kahit walang stenograph machine. So, depende na po kung gaano magaling magturo ang teacher. With Miss Filier teaching the subject machine shorthand, naniniwala ko na makakayanan niya na kahit na walang machine, sir. Kasi very clear po ang instruction doon sa module po ng machine shorthand. Meron po keyboarding, pati yung laman po ng stenograph machine. Very step-by-step procedure so that the students will know how to use the stenograph machine.
Okay. Last two questions. Meron po dito from from Miss Theresa Moya. I'm incoming third year student. Ask ko lang po kung paano ma-enroll ang mga drop subject ko. Anybody to the faculty enrollment officer, please?
Na-enroll na namin actually lahat ng mga higher students. That's why ipopost namin within this week. So as to your drop subjects, kung third year ka ngayon, hindi mo may enroll kasi yung mga subjects ngayon na may prerequisite. So definitely, babalikan mo yung mga subjects na drinap mo.
Okay.
Ganito ginawa namin as to enrollment of subjects.
Okay. Last one din, good afternoon po. Ask ko lang po kung paano po yung, nawawala daw yung middle initial niya sa registration form and also sa student portal po. While when I apply for, wala po akong ini-input na middle initial. Saan po ba ang concern ibabato din?
Wala. So siguro you need to submit a birth certificate forwarded to registrar's office para ma-update nila yung profile mo.
Okay, may humabol din. Paano po yung mga certificate of registration for working students? Kailangan po nila sa work nila at sa mga scholar po ng CHED and mga LGUs. Kailan daw po kaya marirelease? The last question.
So, ginagawa namin is magre-request kayo forwarded to the CSG officer, to Paul Mamuri, and then si Paul, ifo-forward niya yung mga names na nag-request ng mga COR or COG, tapos to be scheduled kung kailan nyo pupuntahan dito sa school, yung COG and COR.
Okay, a short message din bago po tayo magtapos for our student at mga nasa YouTube po natin.
Sige, Ma'am G. Ayun. So, siguro, a short message siguro, yun nga from my opening remarks a while ago. So, let's work hand in hand to this academic journey this first semester. So, kaya natin to, especially with the cooperation among faculty and the students. Ayun. And for the freshmen, welcome to College of Business Administration.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ma'am Gigi, Dean, may I say something just briefly, sir? Brief lang po, sir. Dean?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, I just want to acknowledge the presence of Miss Patricia Feliciano, whose photo was not included in the presentation earlier. Miss Patricia Feliciano is our part-time faculty, BSBA marketing graduate from Jose Rizal University. He is presently taking her MBA in our school at Iris. Sir, isa pa po. I would like to remind all marketing management faculty to please comply to your class code. Deadline until 2 p.m. Marketing faculty, please comply to your respective class code. Thank you po. Thank you po, sir.
So, Ma'am G, meron lang ditong additional questions coming from the faculty president, Professor Maribik, for clarification. Yung first question niya is, paano daw po yung in and out makikita? Saan daw po mag-in and out? So, since naka-online tayo ngayon, so we have our own Google Suite account. So, dun po tayo mag-open or magla-login from the Gmail account. So, i-open nyo po yung Gmail account nyo. And then from the Gmail account, nandun po kasi yung Google Classroom, yung domino sign po na symbol. So pag inopen po natin yung Google Classroom, ayun po yun. So mag-login muna po kayo dun sa Gmail account nyo. So that would be your in and out. And then yung out naman po, of course, you can actually, continue siya naka-login kayo sa Gmail nyo. So pag nagsara kayo ng laptop, automatically mag-log out yun. So, i-observe po natin yung 15 minutes before your time and 15 minutes after your schedule. Yun. Second question, di po ba official time po ay 7 to 5 example? 3 hours lang klase, the rest po ay for research. Paano po yung naka-online lang po ba until matapos official time? So, yung sinabi ko po kanina, siguro po naka-station po yung Gmail nyo, open. Tapos you can work. Siguro yung mga, kasi kung mag-upload po kayo ng mga activities from different subjects, pwede nyo pong gawin yun. So you still need to observe yung official time natin na 7 to 6 or 7 to 5. And then don't forget na mag-print screen po kayo as your proof of engagement each subject. Kasi di ba you are required to submit every week.
Okay.
And then last question, pag may klase na po ba, need po bang pumunta sa once a week? Yes po, you are required to report once a week, either Tuesday or Friday po. Of course, ang punta niyo po is for those who go Thursday to Saturday classes. Of course, you are required to report during Tuesday. So, wala naman pong in-observe na time na mag-time dito sa school for as long as you need to report and submit your accomplishment report every week. Thank you, Ma'am G.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much to all. Back to Sir Hernan, please.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am G. Okay, for our closing remarks, please allow me to call our very supportive Associate Dean, Dr. Chanda Tinga.
Good afternoon. Our beloved Dean of the College, area chairs of the four programs, fellow faculty and students, good afternoon. Thank you for participation in this important event of our college. I would like to take this opportunity to give the highlights of our event. Teachers play significant role in shaping the skills as well as the mindsets of their students today, who will be the entrance into our workforce tomorrow. As we embrace the changes in the new normal, we also embrace the challenges we will encounter in teaching our students. By patience and perseverance in coping with this kind of situation, especially for the strategies and learnings we will impart to our students. Good luck to all of us for the new normal of teaching.
Hello. Looks like the audio is not good. Hello, Miss Chanda. Hello.
The audio is very poor. Choppy pa,
Yeah,
choppy.
I think the audio is not poor. I think we can proceed.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chanda.
May problema sa audio. May
Yeah.
problema sa audio. Choppy, choppy.
For your questions, you may use the chat box, okay, or we will send our official college email address so that you will communicate with us. Okay, thank you for your time. Once again, I am your host for today, Professor Hernandez. See you soon, and have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
Let the Irish music fill the air. Be the echo our spirits rise. There's a magic that will still our hearts when we sing.